Demetria Stallings is a television producer, a gifted singer and songwriter, and worship leader. Her latest recording is titled Guide Me. You have a single, and it's called Guide Me.
Yes.
Tell me about Guide Me. What birthed this song in you?
Interesting story. I was in Iceland, actually, and a few years back, I had heard this sound in my head, and I had recorded it on my phone, but I never finished it because I just heard the sound. So I had like bits and pieces of words and melodies in my head, and I recorded it. But I was in Iceland one year going through a difficult divorce, really hard divorce. And as I was walking through that process of healing, because I was there for 3 months, I remember picking my pen back up. You know, when you go through the hard things, sometimes you have to pick your pen up. And I started writing a little bit more and then left it alone again. And then like 2 years after that, it came to me again. So it was a process of being birthed. And I remember sitting down, feeling excited where I was in my life and actually asking God to still guide me. And that's when the song was finished. I went and started writing in Iceland again. Funny, the first time I picked it up again was in Iceland. The second time I picked it up was also in Iceland. So that's where it comes from, the birth of asking God to guide you through difficulties and also in the exciting times.
Wow. Share some of the lyrics with us.
Yes. One of the lyrics says, you are all I wanted, all I needed. You are my guiding star, leading me near and far. There's another part where it says, reflections of this life journey causes me to know that I know nothing. And you think you know because you've walked through some things, but when you start reflecting I really don't know anything. You know everything. And if I can really focus on you, then I'm gonna be in the right places at the right time. And walk through my process. So yeah, that's some of the lyrics there.
What do you hope people get or draw from this when they get it?
You know, I hope they find direction. Sometimes we feel like direction needs to be precise, and I have A, B, C, and D, and this is where I'm gonna go. But sometimes the direction's in surrender. When we can surrender, that's where we can find direction. I feel like this song brings a person to the foot of Jesus and says, I don't know. Again, I don't know what's ahead of me, but you're my guiding star and I need you to lead me. So my hope is that whether happy, whether sad, or whether around a whole bunch of family or feeling lonely, that every individual finds their way of surrendering and that he guides them. I remember, Ephraim, when I first heard the song, it was exciting, but when my manager-producer, Mark Carmen, sent me the song after being mixed, I fell to my knees and started weeping because it touched me. No other song on the album, which will be coming out in January, no other song touched me like this one. And so I was like, this has to be the single because it puts you in another place of rest and, again, surrendering.